Welcome back to Dinosaur Island. We see the heroes from Spinosaurus' life, Shadowtail and Max resting. They're not really going to be our main focus for this episode because we have a new area to explore. This place here, this is Ravage Ravine. Many years ago, before season 1 of Dinosaur Island, this place was filled with way more carnivores and herbivores, especially carnivores, and many have lost their lives here. This is actually the place that most dinosaurs have been killed here. We can also see our friends Eli and Bullet we haven't seen since the end of season 3. This juvenile Brachiosaurus skeletons that were lost long ago, and a fairly kind of recent dead. This little baby Pachycephalosaur probably died about like a month ago. This baby Stegosaurus died to a forest fire, and this baby Dilophosaurus also lost his life fairly recently, around a couple months ago. It's not going to be too much longer before this Pachycephalosaurus loses before its bone. It seems like Grant has made his home here, but he's focusing on other prey other than these guys. We see the Styracosaurus. We see the Styracosaurus taking a drink. Usually, in the Ravage Ravine, when predators strike, sometimes big gators attack, and usually when other predators strike, they don't know it. The prey is without a trace. And conveniently, it seems that Draco is about to strike. We see this juvenile Utahraptor. We shall name him Red Claw. He lives in the Ravage Ravine. Seems they've taken the Pachycephalosaur body. Eli and Bullets have split up from, Pacific Ocean's herd, as they prefer to live together as friends. But that's not the case for much longer. We see Thunder. She has killed Bullet. And it seems that Silas has also joined. The carnivores that we saw from last season, on the west side where Ravage Ravine is located, these predators like Gorgon, Silas, Thunder, and this T-Rex that is actually Spots. He became a juvenile and went on his own, but he has no spots anymore, so they renamed him the Dark Tiger. Seems like they got plenty of food. But Dark Tiger is going to try to strike down the juvenile Brachiosaurus. Juvenile Brachiosaurus lost its mother a couple months ago. Usually juvenile Brachiosaurus don't survive this long. But that's about all the change. With their meals, they're all well. We see this Gastonia trying to look for plants to eat. But it seems that the scavengers are making it quite obvious that they're mostly killing the prey. This food will last them a while. They only drag about 2 of the carcasses to their den. We will leave off on the the pack is also called the Outcasters. It might sound like they're called the Scavengers because they're all scavenger dinosaurs. Slash pack hunters slash both of these are kind of like slash pack hunters. Slash scavengers. But we'll leave off on them. We see Woodback. A red claw. Seems that he's walked up to Gorgon. He asks if he can join the Outcasters. And of course, Gorgon says yes. Seems that they're going back to their den with their carcasses. We can see that Shadowtail and Max are awake. Seems that Shadowtail's going to go out hunting. But passing by is Grant. They formed a truce for a little bit, so they get used to the island. It seems like Shadowtail sees some prey, so she's gonna walk off in the same direction that Grant is going. Max is gonna wait for fish, so he can get a little bit of food. We see this baby Mosasaurus and juvenile plesiosaur. Baby plesiosaurus quickly swims off. As the baby Mosasaurus is about to follow, Max jumps in the water. I guess the baby Mosasaur. This will only last him at most a day, so he's gonna have to fish for more if he's gonna survive for a couple of days. The baby plesiosaur comes back because it has noticed that the Mosasaurus is gone, but it also gets caught. And under the rocks, this giant prehistoric eel comes out. We don't know what exact species this is, but it sees Max, and it's gonna pretend that it doesn't know. As Max is about to strike, it grabs his arm, but it kills the eel. Mother Stegosaurus doesn't realize her children are a little far away, but she is being stalked. Grant drags his meal back to his home, or his den. This poor Stegosaurus didn't even have time to react. Even the juvenile and baby didn't even notice. But the baby was looking for more foliage. The weak juvenile tried to struck Shadowtail, but she drags it back to back. The baby is clueless, and it doesn't know that from above, a small female Pteranodon is stalking it. Usually the male Pteranodons hunt, but the female is much stronger than the male. We'll call this female Ghost, and we will not give the male a name. was Rex. He is training. The reason why he's training is just in case if he gets into a big battle, he can win, so his father is proud. So he can also protect his family. As the alpha, he has to protect his pack. And you may realize that, Red Sail is the king of the island. But you're wrong. The west side and the south side are very close to each other. The mangrove forest and ravage ravine are close to the T-Rex pack. A couple kilometers away, in fact. And Red Sail is the king of the mangrove forest, including ravage ravine, which is a very dangerous place. And Rex is the king of the grasslands all across the island. And you may realize, Red Sail is the king of the mangrove forest, and Rex is the king of the grasslands. But we, the paleontologists in our team, have discovered a cave that said a Spinosaurus will rule the entire island and defeat two other Spinosaurs and the whole entire T-Rex pack. And it's from the ancestors. And we've translated they've said a name, and we translated it to Max. He's supposed to rule the entire island. We don't know if this is true or not. But someday we will see if the myth is true. Thank you for joining us on Dinosaur Island, Ravage Ravine.